I'm from Olympia, Washington, and this is my first time to Japan, and I was really excited to be able to come and participate in a tiny house building workshop. Yeah, before I built and moved into my tiny house, I lived in a big 3-bedroom house in Portland with a $250,000 mortgage, and it was a beautiful house. Well, there were actually a couple of things that happened that really encouraged me or kind of kicked me in the pants toward building a little house. One was a trip I took to Guatemala and kind of got to see how most of the world actually lives, with very small houses, very little money, and a lot of struggle. And that trip really helped me understand how cluttered my life was with things that I didn't really appreciate. And then the other thing that happened is I was diagnosed with congestive heart failure. So I ended up in the hospital, very, very sick. And even when I got sick, it was like I couldn't afford to be out of work for very long. I needed to get back to work so I could pay my bills. And it's very weird to have something like congestive heart failure and be told you're gonna kick the bucket, you're gonna die sometime soon. And yet I need to get back to work, you know? I remember driving into work one day and, I just was struck by how ridiculous it was I was going to work. It was so beautiful out, and all I wanted to do was take a walk with my dog and enjoy the fall. And I mean, look where we are. And to not have time to enjoy all of this is really sad.
タイニーハウスを作ってさあ暮らしを考えようってなると、逆に作ってしまったタイニーハウスに合わせて暮らしをしなきゃいけないんだけど、その先の暮らしとか、生き方みたいなところを見ながらタイニーハウスを作ることってすごい大事だなと思ってて、小屋作ればいいじゃんっていうんじゃなくて、こ
ういう自然とつながる暮らしっていうもののフルスペックの話をお話しすれば、皆さんがタイニーハウスっていう限られた空間の中でどういうふうに暮らしを見たのか。
今すごい複雑すぎて、いろんなことがもっと簡単に楽しく過ごせないかな、暮らせないかなっていうのがなんかあって、それを実現する一つのツールとして、タイニーハウスに出会った
In the United States, it's very easy to live an autonomous life where you have your own personal laundry room, your own personal huge chef's kitchen. So by going small, I let go of that autonomy and accepted my place as a member inside a larger community. And I love that. That's the best part of living in a tiny house, is that I've become a member of a bigger family.
シンプルで美しい暮らしでなんかありそうで今までにあんまり見かけたことなくて、美しいって人それぞれだから、なんかどういうものが美しいっていうのは自分なりのその小さくて美しい暮らしみたいな探してみたいな。
Yeah, my message would be to not give yourself an excuse not to build the life you want. Not to, live the life that you've always thought that you would be happiest at, whether it's in a tiny house or not. But yesterday when we were talking to the students, there was one guy who was traveling with his family, and he realized how happy he was doing that. And it's like, that's exactly what he should be doing with his time. And same with so many of the other folks that I met yesterday. It's like, go for it. No holding back. Just go and do it and enjoy it, and see what happens. So if I had listened to the parts of myself that doubted whether or not I could finish my house, and if I had realized how much it would test me, I never would have started. And then if I had listened to the voices that told me to stop every other day because I was being ridiculous, but somehow I just kept going. And the same is true with finding myself in the middle of a beautiful life. I never would have dreamed that it could be as cool as it is living tiny. So that would be my encouragement to our class, is to go for it. Yeah. And you see what happens. I think we are risk averse, all of us. We don't want to look foolish. We don't want to invest money and then find out later that was a poor investment. We don't want to invest our time and shoot, what was I thinking? But if you listen to your heart, and your heart is saying, I need to change how I live, that voice is always right. Because you only get one chance. There's no, what do they say? There's no dress rehearsal. There's no practice with life. It's only this life you have.
なんか結局すごい思ったのは、今回作って思ったのは、みんながすごいいい笑顔で楽しそうに作ったものって、なんかできたものもそういう雰囲気をまとってるっていうか、今誰も知らない人がバタバタっと作ってバーッと大量生産された、住宅と、こういうふうにみんなが楽しく作ったちっちゃな子だと、やっぱりまとってる雰囲気が全然違うのかなと思ってて、なんかそういう作ってるプロセスで笑い声とか笑顔とかが染み込んでるような住宅、小屋が増えたらいいなって思ってます。